Hey there, sheepdoggers, and welcome to Blood Bowl 2. We're going to be playing a match as the Skitterz again. Maybe I should have found the match first, possibly. So we've got 4 wins, 1 draw, 4 losses. We've played quite a lot of games as the Skitterz, haven't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. How do we have 4 wins, 4 draw, 1 draw, 4 losses? Oh, yeah, no, okay. And we're playing against a starter orc team, which is not the best. Okay, so we don't have anything. We could spend... Yeah, let's spend 50k to get a Bloodwise Babe. And he's got 480,000, which is not the best. Yep, extra team training makes sense. I'd have gone with that too. 2 extra team trainings, again, not a terrible idea. Bloodwise Babe's probably not worth it in the situation. Maybe a bribe. Wandering Apothecary is interesting. Possibly he doesn't have an Apothecary, which would make sense. He doesn't want to lose a Black Orc randomly or anything like that. Bloodwise Babe, I guess... I'd say 1 Bloodwise Babe and a bribe would be a much better choice, because he's got that 100,000, and a bribe would be nice for him to be able to take out, like, if I have any gutter runners that are a pain in the butt or anything like that. I'd say that would have been a better choice, really. Wizard also possibly. Halfling Master Chef, again, it's a decent choice. People don't really like it, but if you're playing against a team which relies on rerolls at least a little, like I'd say the Skaven do, you know, that's why you get 3 rerolls instead of 2, like, you know, like the Elves do. Not 100% entirely on board with his choices, but they are his choices. Delete, hello. We will receive the ball offense. We will get our block guy. Whoops. Why are they not switching? Oh, because he's placing his guys. Oh, God, I'm... Okay. Well, I haven't been up for that long, guys. Oh, and he has no rerolls. Hopefully soon I'll be getting a mic stand and a mic and stuff. Okay, so should we just go for the touchdown, or... I think we just go for the touchdown. How are we looking? Yeah, we got our sprint sure feet, yeah. We've got our movement 10. And we got our block dodge. Okay, so we put him there. Put him there. He goes... I'm going to keep my Ratogrom. People keep saying to me, sprint sure feet block, and of course the dodge is actually quite nice. I'm going to keep my... I'm going to keep my Ratogor on, because people are always asking me why I take my Ratogor off when I'm on offense, when I'm receiving the ball. So I'm just like, well, you know what? I'll do this for you guys, and you can see. Okay, so you swap out, oh, for God's sake. And you, I'm guessing, yeah, swap out with Cam. A couple of guys with block is always useful. Don't have anyone with guard, so what do we want to do here? Do we want to... Yeah, let's pull him out. We do have break tackle, but yeah. None of these guys have block or anything. Not I can see. Okay. So you can see he's gone for a fairly standard bashy... Ooh, I got an extra team reroll. How nice. So you can see he's gone for a fairly standard bashy setup. I'm actually hesitant to put my my gutter runner out this way. This gutter runner, because he doesn't have block, which means he's a little more vulnerable. Okay, so let's... How far can they move? Okay, so to there. So let's move this guy to about here. Oh, he picked up the ball. That's always a resounding success. And considering everything, let's move this guy over to here. And we have our mighty blow guy here. We may as well make a blitz with him. You know, the likelihood isn't great, but I feel like it's worth a shot at least. No, we got, well, I mean, you know, we needed a 10. We got, wait, we really needed a 10? Wait 1 sec. Add 1. So, I guess we got a 7, which translates to an 8, which is like, yep, okay. Succeeded our wild animal, always good. We'll see what we can do about this. Nope. Alright, well, there you go. We could reroll, but we ain't gonna, because, well, there's no real... excuse me. There's no real reason to. Like, you know, very often when people are like, hey, that's a shame. Very often when people are like, hey, that's a shame. No, very often when people are watching me, like my videos and my streams, and I don't re-roll a dodge like that, and then my guy gets, you know, that's unfortunate. I'm assuming he's not going to re-roll that. That would be silly. But, you know, we've seen sillier. I don't know this coach, so... Okay. So, you know, when I get a situation where... When I get a situation where I, like, dodge out and the guy gets, like, killed or injured really badly or something, and like, why didn't you re-roll that? It's like, well, there's a multitude of reasons. Not the least of which is, why waste a reroll when you're not sure of the outcome? You know, like, yes, it was possible when I dodged this guy out that he was going to get killed. But at the end of the day, there's also a possibility he won't. And it's all about playing the risks. And I can give up Gilwhacker, a block lineman, very happily for the chance of a reroll of like a pass or, you know, a pickup or something like that later on. Or, you know, just like a kind of Hail Mary blitz to stop him from scoring and winning the game. You know, at the end of the day, if you win the game, you're fairly likely to have a decent amount of money, enough to buy at least a new lineman. So unless your lineman has like plus strength, block, you know, claw, mighty blow, or, you know, something, or like agility, catch, etc, etc. You know, it's just like, meh. He's considering re-rolling that, and he really shouldn't. Good, he did not. That's good. A blitz there is mostly inadvisable, because he's not likely to knock my guy down, and, okay, well, it honestly is one of those things where it's like, well, it happens, doesn't it? And you're like, yeah, it happens, but it doesn't make you feel any better when it does happen. No. 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 Had to use my reroll for dodge, but that's within acceptable boundaries. Okay, so what we want to do here is we need someone there, which is going to be difficult to achieve. He is unlikely to get there, so let's move him there. Let's do this and hope. That'll do. And then this guy can get to there, but it's two going for it. This guy is free. Can he move? He can move to there going for it. So, if we go to here, and then handoff, and then go to here, that's a straight up pass. We've got a re-roll. They've both got agility 4, so we need to not roll 2 1s. I know what you're thinking, but the facts are there. It makes sense in essence, so we go for it. And that's the Skaven, ladies and gentlemen. That is just purely the Skaven. Why would you take my Rat Ogre off? So we're gonna, there's one person here who definitely goes off the pitch. Oh, he's already off the pitch. Okay, so let's have a look. Dodge block is good. Dodge block is good. Block, block. Let us switch him out there. Move him back. He's got block. He can go there. He can go to there. He can go to there. He can switch out to there. Okay. And there. You know what? Let's have him back a little bit. Just so it's a bit more of a pain to get a easy 2-dicer on them. And let's have this guy where he is. And let's see, we've got no. Where's my... Where are all my guys with blocks? So we've got a guy... Okay, we've got a guy with block there. Let's have this guy here. We got 4 rerolls, so you know what? I am going to switch out my thrower, because he's got... Oh, he doesn't have leader anyway. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to switch out my thrower just for now, because he's too useful in the grand scheme of things. Especially with dodge block already. You know, he's a great ball carrier now. And I just consider him to be a bit more of a target than the gutter runners. So he doesn't have a thrower. I assume he's going to try and pick up the ball with his goblin. But Fabian, Aurelian, Nico... I don't know if these are like character names or just, well, because it's La Maternelle, the mother, the motherly. But all of these, I don't know what this is. Maybe these are like character names or something, or maybe they're just you know, just names in general. I'm sure someone in the comments will tell me. So you can see he's going again for the typical pile in on the center, which isn't always the best choice. And if he doesn't get the pickup on his goblin, he has to use that last reroll on turn 2. Which is why I was like, you know, at the end of the day, I'm playing Skaven. I've got 2 gutter runners up there. The reroll to knock my gutter runner down would only have been worthwhile if it injured him. Or, you know, took him out of the match. Really? Okay. And it's going off the pitch, I think. Oh, no, never mind. So, Art is our block dodger. That's not too bad. My 7th, my sprint surefeater is more important for the majority of the everything. Bad choice for the first block, but again, you know, it's the kind of thing which you learn as you go on. Like, and I'm not trying to be critical of this guy who's playing. You know, I do the same thing occasionally when I'm not concentrating or for whatever reason. But yeah, at the end of the day, again, like, you know, he could have juggled my guys a little bit if he so chose or wanted. But yeah, what I'm going to say here is, going with the troll first, you know, the likelihood of getting double skulls is fairly low. However, it does happen. You have to realize that it does happen, and you have to kind of always minimize your risks when you do things like this. So the pure fact of him, you know, I assume he wants to go after my mighty blow gutter. Storm vermin. Gutter. I was like, gutter vermin doesn't sound right. Storm vermin, probably more right. Okay, well, that's a knockdown. I'm just waiting for the zoom in and dead to pop up, but it didn't, so there you go. I'm I'm mostly unsure of what his thoughts and plans are here. He seems to be wanting to bash the ever-living poop out of me, which is, you know, a valid response, a valid idea, and, you know, it's something that the Chaos does well in themselves. So, you know, I said Chaos, I meant Orcs. It is something that the Orcs do well in themselves. You know, they're a good bashy team. But that's a problem. He did cover the ball, which is always good. So, you know, at least he covered that ball before he tried to pick it up. He realized that he was in a little bit of a pinch there. We're not expecting okay, that wasn't a reroll. That wasn't a reroll. There we go. Let's have a think. To be expected, we're not re-rolling it. That would be silly. I may re-roll this dodge if I fail it. I didn't. Let's move this guy around to here. Let's move this guy to here. Should we dodge these guys out, is the question. No. Let's leave him there. Let's hold up his... I don't want to lose my players. I don't want to let him have too many chances to get them out. Especially with the troll, with Mighty Blow. You know, it's going to be a bit of a pain. However, I feel that it makes more sense, in the end of things, to try and take up these Black Orcs as much as possible, to hope that he drops this ball again, and I can maybe get my Gutter Runner in and get that ball. And like this is the risk of bashy teams. You know, things can still turn around. That's true. But he's out of rerolls. If he rolls a double skull, he's going to have to take it. If he rolls a both down with anyone but his blitzers, he's going to have to, you know, even if he rolls both down with his blitzers, he obviously he still has to take it. So at the end of the day, he's left with very shitty options, basically. And that makes no sense to me. Perhaps he's hoping that he can surround my gutter runner and deal with it. Also, again, obviously, using the gutter runner, you know, kind of going after the gutter runner with dodge block isn't the best. However, his choices here have been interesting, to say the least. I don't know. Please fail. There we go. Okay, so what we've got here is we've got a interesting thing. I've got rerolls, so that's a dodge. If I blitz, then I've got a reroll on the thing there. I've got that. What is my chance to pick up? It's alright, but I need to decide on this blitz right now. So, I've got block. He does not have block. Okay, let's do it this way. We didn't use our dodge. Maybe I should have done it the other way, but I wasn't sure. Reroll. Don't double skull me. There we go. Okay. That'll give me a 2+ to pick up the ball. And we've got reroll on our sure feet. So there's another touchdown. Oof. And like this is great as the Skaven. You know, getting and our knocked out player got up as well, which is again amazing. You know, we're 4th turn for us, obviously. For him, it's also 4th turn now. But we're 2 touchdowns up, and we've been lucky with our injuries. You know, yeah, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get unlucky. It's nice to be happy when you get good luck, and it's fine to be a bit salty when you don't get good luck, because you know, sometimes it just happens where you have bad luck in a row, in a row, in a row. Interesting. He doesn't seem overly concerned with the ball. It may be possible that he's just at this point going, screw it, let's get injuries. He has played at least 1 match. Possibly 2, although I would assume that the... what? He might have got an injury... Okay, so he might have got an injury and an injury and a touchdown, or he may have just got 2 man of the matches. But if he's got 2 man of the matches, it would imply that he hasn't got any touchdowns or anything, which would be unfortunate. You know, usually as the Orcs, you can finagle some touchdowns and etc. And especially as the Orcs, you know, you'd expect, unless he was playing against other bashy teams and he got unlucky, you know, you'd expect him to have got at least a couple of injuries. I'm trying my best not to mention the fact that he hasn't got any injuries yet here, because obviously I don't want to jinx myself and get screwed. So 2-0 up gives us a very relaxed position to be in, basically. Especially with him with no rerolls. You know, like, yes, he's making blocks and he's knocking my guys down. Yes, we may take injuries, it's possible. You know, it's very likely, considering we've scored 2 touchdowns and therefore these 3 have had to go through the same bashing parade twice in a row. If he blitzes... Okay, I was going to say, if he blitzes my guy there, I'd have slightly less respect for him. Okay, he's going after 7th. That is an interesting choice. And I would wonder if he... I would wonder if he knew / realised that I have block on both of my guys there. Possibly he was just hoping, but at the end of the day, it would be better to go for a line rat, although I guess they're not really in the picture as such. He does seem to be trying to get in the way of my guys. Now, failing to pick up again would be unfortunate. It is also something that happened. Let's try it. Okay. And we're going to send 7th out again on a little... And we've got rerolls on our going for it. So we may as well, we may as well, you know, kind of go for it, get a little bit of space away. Again, I do and do not want to do this. I don't want to start lowering the number of players we have. But at the same time... that'll do. You know, like, I don't want to risk getting all of these, letting him have all of these blocks every turn and everything. But again, as I said, at the end of the day, it's better to keep his guys occupied as much as possible. To the extent that maybe I should have followed him up on that. And kept that guy as well. But he's got a blitzer back. He's got a blitzer back there. All he needs to do is run him around and push this guy back. And then kind of... I'm saying all. Like, this is not what he wants to do first. Again, like, you know, this is the thing at the end of the day. It's, again, you know, it's working out for him in the sense that he's not getting double skulls. He's not getting double both downs. But, you know... in the other sense of it, he's also not getting what he's not doing things in the order he really should. This is terrible. Do it the other way around, please. He doesn't have a reroll. Ah, okay. Well, it happens. It happens. Not completely unexpected. It is, however, very unfortunate. There is no reason to reroll that. Like, yes, it would be nice to keep him on the pitch. However, I do have another gutter runner. I do have a thrower. I have another gutter runner here. So losing my guy with sprint and sure feet sucks. But it's something that we have, you know, like later on we may lose one of our gutter runners dead. We may lose one of our storm vermin dead. You know, it's better to reroll that if we have a chance. Not if we have a chance. It's better to reroll that if we need to. So this is kind of shaping out to be a fairly long game, surprisingly. I could see me splitting this up into 2 halves, to be honest. I may split this up into 2 halves and release them the same day. And, you know, that may annoy people. I can't see why it would, really. But I just have this feeling like people will be like, oh, dude, why don't you just put it out in one video? Like, fuck. And, I mean, at the end of the day, I have been considering changing my format so that I release two Blood Bowl videos in that sense. Has he blitzed? He has blitzed. Like that's a great example of, you know, like, he hasn't got many injuries and he's been dropping the ball. That's unlucky for him, and he's probably pissed off, you know, like, oh, what, you know, like, and this is, you know, this is the same thing that can happen to me. I do admit that. You know, I'll be like, oh, what the fuck, that's really unfair, and, you know, oh, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, he also managed to pull that off, which is really quite good. Okay. There's no reason to not re-roll that. I have 3 turns left. I have 3 re-rolls. That would have been a turnover if I hadn't have re-rolled, and that would have left me with a spare re-roll at the end of the half. So that was my thinking. Okay, so now we're not going to be aggressive. We're going to try and get out of the tackle zones more. We haven't used a blitz, so we may as well use our blitz, and we can still push this guy away. If we don't knock him down, which we do. Let's move him back there. Okay, well, losing 7th isn't the best. However, the fact that 7th was already... it's the fact that 7th didn't, you know, get a minus agility or a minus movement means that we can go like, yeah, losing 7th, not great. However, not getting any worse is good. So our luck is as it is, basically. I'm not going to comment on our luck. It's been decent, and it's been bad, and it's been good, and it's been terrible in all probably when you line it all up, probably equal proportions. That's a KO. That's a KO. Definitely not going to use... I did once accidentally. I think it was on a goblin team. I accidentally used an apothecary on a... this is in Blood Bowl 1. Don't you move him. Move your... okay, well... shit happens. I might be a little surprised that worked, but okay. So he didn't attack the storm vermin, which implies that he has a decent idea of his doings and goings and beings. Does Cuball still have no he still has no SPP. Cuball. Everyone else has at least 2, I believe. So he's still moving into... Is he going to try and get a touchdown? Now, he'd have to run his guy in, really. Probably unrealistic to expect. He could risk a handoff to his blitzer and then maybe? Or he could try and throw his goblin. Shit. That was a it wasn't a double fail on the dodge. Okay, good. I thought that was a double fail on the dodge. Okay. That's unfortunate. I wanted to go for that chance because I don't think I could have got the touchdown anyway. Likelihood of him getting a touchdown is decent. I assume he's going to go for the blocks first. Which means the possibility of turnovers higher. But even if... But considering... how, okay, bye-bye. Considering how things have been so far, the likelihood of him... I think maybe I should have tried to dodge my guys out, but I just wanted to get that ball and stop him from getting a touchdown. Like, my position is going to be a lot more secure if I'm 2-0 up on the beginning of the half. Which is why I kind of went for that. Also, I was kind of assuming I'd make that, because I just needed to not roll 3 1s in the end, and I think I actually ended up rolling 1-1, like failing the dodge roll, using his skill dodge, and then failing the next dodge roll and the re-roll of that dodge roll, etc, etc. So, yeah, I'd consider that to be a little bit unlucky, 3 1s pretty much in a row. However, you know, again, it happens. And this is the annoying thing, is like, I'm now fairly well aware that people, a vocal minority, get pissed off with me being like, oh man, I'm so unlucky. And it's like, well, you know, there you go, like, I claim bad luck on my RNG. So what's he gonna do? If I was him, I mean, he does have a spare. Now, let's just have a look at this. Okay, so he'd have to do a going for it. Well, that's the second time we've got one of those, which I'm not that happy with, but it happens. We have no chance for a touchdown, however, we can move away a little bit. Really. Everyone else is down, so if we just put him there, and then go with that. So, I've left one person in base to base, basically. So he can make that block, and then he can use a blitz. I would consider the likelihood of him using his blitz to go after my gutter runner to be... Oh, okay, that's unfortunate. Okay. Now we're starting to get the injuries rolling in. Which is, I know, it's going to make it more difficult for me to keep playing as I've been playing. You know, maybe I want to hold off on touchdowns, for example, so he doesn't have the chance to, you know, overwhelm me on the pitch. So if this is indeed going to be a two video match, then it will end at the end of this half, and then it will start up again in, you know, but I'm not sure. It depends how long the match runs, and I've got to think a bit more seriously about what I want to do. Is he really? He's gonna foul my rat ogre. Is he? Is he going to foul my rat ogre with one of his black orcs? I don't think his goblin can... His goblin can't make it there. That seems like a terrible... 72%, but still. I really hope he gets sent off for that. That's doubles. He should be sent off, right? Yep, there you go. That is very bad. That, like... Okay, so if this is indeed hard, the end... Please get up. I've got a Bloodwise babe. He did not get up. Okay, well, no, that's not the best. So this will be the end of the half, and then we'll start off the next half. So Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, etc. If this is indeed the last half.